guys, how are you doing? You're watching Zazake Creations and my name is Keisha, and on my channel I'm sharing with you my sewing journey. So I recently went to Hobby Lobby about 2-3 weeks ago, and I wanted to share some items that I got from Hobby Lobby with you all. It's not much, but it's something I wanted to share, and I really want to get these items put away, and they've been sitting on my floor in the bag since I purchased them, and I wanted to make sure that I shared it with you all before I was able to get everything stored away. So there are a couple of non-essential sewing items, but most of what I have here are sewing items. So the first thing I want to share with you all, I was reminded that we were getting low on our lighters for our fireplace and the candles I light around my home. So I did pick up this 3-pack of lighters. I prefer getting the brand by Vic because I know they have the flexible arms. These don't have flexible arms on them, but I needed some lighters and I saw the pack of 3 right there at the cash register, so I went ahead and purchased these. And I have so many journals. Like, I do a lot of journaling. I journal for my Bible study. I journal in my sewing space, and I journal my notes from church on Sunday. So I have a collection of journals around my home. But I thought I would want to start a fresh journal for this year of sewing, where I can keep all of my ideas on video content and patterns I might want to try to get on a pattern haul or something like that. So I did purchase this little notebook here, and it's just navy blue, and I love butterflies and flowers, so this was definitely something that I could not pass up when I saw it in Hobby Lobby. It has some lined pages in it, which are really nice to keep all of my notes nice and neat. I don't even know what size this is, but it's just your average, probably 6x9 journal. So I did get this from Hobby Lobby. And I try to keep a running tab when I'm getting low on certain size sewing needles. And I knew that I was getting low on my universal needles. So I did pick up the last 2 packs of the universal needles that I saw in Hobby Lobby on their shelf, as well as, what are these? Embroidery. I don't know why I got 7511. I'm looking at my, yeah, so on my white erase board, I do have that I was getting low on my 7511, so I made sure that I put this on my list and made sure that I purchased this when I went to Hobby Lobby. I forget what type of fabric I use 7511 for most often, and let me look back here. Oh, okay. So my chart back here, my cheat chart, tells me that I need to use these for my lightweight fabrics, which would make sense as to why I would run out of this quickly, because I do find that I do a lot of sewing with more lightweight, or maybe I just did lightweight for a while. I don't know, but yeah, lightweight. So what I didn't tell you all was that I only go to Hobby Lobby looking for items when they have their really good sales. So I think every other Friday or every other weekend, they have their 40% off on fabric. And I will share some fabric with you in a moment. But on this particular day, they also had, I think it was 50% off of all their like different sewing notions. So I took advantage of that sale for all these items here. That would be for the needles, and then I got a nice set of rulers I'm going to show you also. So I do have 2 of the really big Fiskar self-healing mats on my table. They measure 23 by about 34, I think 35 inches or so. I have 2 of those on my table. I do use it to measure sometimes, but not too much, because for one, I don't like to move it around on my table. I like to keep it stationary, so I don't use it as much for measuring. But what I did notice was that in my room, I did not have just like a basic ruler. Like I have measuring tape. I've got my self-healing mat here, but I don't have just like a basic ruler in my room, which is really, really surprising. So I went ahead and I purchased just this Fiskar basic ruler, 12-inch, which I think will begin to come in handy for me as I'm working on seams and things like that. There are several items that I like to make that don't always require me to use like my long yardstick. Mostly like my crafting projects and things like that, the smaller things I like to sew. So this will definitely come in handy for items such as that. And I do like to, every once in a while, make tote bags, and sometimes you need to have a squared corner on them. So I got this ruler here that will help me create those nice squared corners, or any other kind of item I might sew that might require me to have a very small measurement of no more than maybe 2.5. So this is a 2.5 measurement all the way around, and it will help me be able to get my corners squared, and I'm sure it'll come in handy for other items I plan to sew as well. And then I purchased another ruler. This is a 12 by, I don't even know what this measures. Oh, here it is. Okay, 12 by 12. Another Fiskar ruler, 12 by 12. Again, this will come in very handy for when I'm doing self-drafting for things like not totes, but like pouches and things like that. So I did get this one, and I like this for my table because I can easily move this around versus trying to move my self-healing mat around, because that's just gonna be a bit much. But I did get this nice set of rulers from Hobby Lobby. So I would say that I'm pretty well-rounded in my ruler collection. I have a nice stash or a nice set of rulers on my corkboard or my pegboard, and I'm gonna somehow figure out how to get these on the pegboard, or I'll just leave them like behind my door and I'll just pull them out when I need to use them. And one day very soon, I am going to give you all a sewing room tour. I believe someone asked me either late last year, early part of this year, if I was going to do a sewing room tour. And I did say that is something I wanted to do this year as part of my sewing content. So make sure you are liking my videos and subscribing. That way you're able to catch that video when I decide to post it. And I hope to get that done really soon. So that would be it for the notions and things like that. So now I'm going to show you all the fabric that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. So I told you all that I am loving velvet. I have been realizing that I love to sew with velvet. So I did get 4 yards of this navy blue stretch velvet from Hobby Lobby. I think it has a really nice stretch to it. I don't know if I want to do a pants set with this, or a dress. I saw a dress, I think Bird Wyndham, she I don't think she did this recently. I think this was some time ago, but she took some pictures on her Instagram, and she had this dress on that tied in the front, and I think hers was velvet. I'm not sure, but I thought I might want to give that a try. It looked pretty simple to put together, and I just like the tie in the front. If not, I know there's a couple of patterns out there that have that same design feature and element. So I'm thinking maybe something like that with this fabric, or again, just a nice pant set, something I could wear out and look kind of, you know, elevated. So I did get this velvet here. I just love velvet. The one thing I'm noticing as I sew with velvet here lately is I think I need to create greater seam allowances for myself and bigger hems, because sometimes I'm trying to sew the hems on my velvet. They don't sew as smoothly as I like them to, but I think that's because with velvet sometimes it tends to curl on the ends, and I haven't quite figured out what to do to stop that from happening. I was using Best Press on the fabric, but that wasn't working as much. So if you know what I can do to stop my velvet from curling on the ends, I would really, really appreciate that advice, because I struggle with that. So, but other than that, I really love sewing with my velvets. So that's the velvet pattern, or velvet fabric rather, not pattern. And I'm going to put this on my ironing board until I'm ready to put her away. All right, so my auntie got a new fur baby, and I thought about her when I saw this, and I am going to be trying to find a nice pattern, something simple and easy I can make for her new fur baby. It's just simple black and white, and I think I got about 3 yards of this, so I can probably do like a matching something for the doggy and herself. But we are very happy to have him in our family, so I want to make something for the both of them. So I am going to be on the lookout really soon for patterns for like pets and things like that. As I think about this, I have a dog and I have yet to make her anything either, so I don't know, this might just be something fun I can do for the pets in our family. So we'll see what I can do with this, but I thought this was really nice. Just a basic flannel, flannel, fleece, flannel. No, this is like fleece. Yeah, it's like a fleece. But I thought that was cute. Okay, so I have 2 more fabrics I want to show you. And these are knits. And I'm so happy to be able to put this stuff away now, because it's been sitting here and I've been wanting to put it away. There wasn't a whole lot of this on the bolts. I got all that was there. I think I only got about 2.5 yards of this, maybe closer to 3. But I got the last bit of, I think it was only 2 yards. And it's just the basic, I guess you would call this ribbed. It has the lines in it, but it's a basic stretch knit, light blue in color. I could probably do something for my girls with this fabric here, because it's not a whole lot, but I'm thinking maybe a matching lounge set, or a matching PJ set, or matching tops and pants. I don't know, but something like that to make for them. They are really well, my oldest daughter is really into like this loungewear phase right now, so I will probably be thinking more about loungewear for her, while my youngest, she is really into like fashion. She's like a little fashionista. So I'm not sure what I would do for her with this, where I feel like she would really like it. But either way, I will do something for them out of this fabric more than likely. And let me show you the other side of this fabric. So this is the right side, and this would be the wrong side. This would be the wrong side. I saw a video by, I think it was Main Course. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% certain, but I saw a video by someone recently, and they actually used the wrong side of their fabric to make their garment. And I thought that was really creative. I think it was Main Course, but I thought that was a creative way to kind of, you know, use your fabric. I'm not sure if I'll do that with this, but it does kind of give me a little something to think about. All right, and then the last fabric I have here is another ribbed knit stretch fabric, and I got 4 yards of this. I realized that 4 yards is a lot, but when I don't really know what I'm going to make with my fabric, I like to get at least 4 yards. That way there is nothing off the table in terms of pattern choices, because I know 4 yards is enough fabric for me to do a dress, a 2-piece set, you know, a top, you know, several different pieces. So I did get 4 yards of this, and it is a maroon stretch knit. And again, it's a ribbed, and I could probably, if I wanted to be a little different, I'm not sure that I would use the wrong side for this one, but this would be the wrong side, and this would be the right side. Hey, so guess what? As I was about to put my stuff away, I realized that I forgot to show you guys the interface I purchased from Joann Fabrics when we were going out of sale. I'm sorry, going out of business a few weeks ago. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me go ahead and just throw this into the video as well so you guys can see what I was able to grab. So I wish I had thought about going in and purchasing interface in the earlier phases of the store closing, because I know I probably could have gotten a whole lot more. But I know interface is a very important staple for sewing. So I'm sure that when the signs went up for going out of business, that stuff probably went very fast. But I was able to grab a little bit of interface. So I'm going to show you all what I got. So the first one I have here, and by the way, when I got this stuff, when it took me really about 10 minutes to go through about 4 shelves of what I thought would be valuable interface for me to have. It was myself and another lady, and we both were like looking at the same interfaces, and we were trying to decide like what's worth the purchase and what should we leave behind. And because I know, again, interface is an important staple, I grabbed something because I figured if it's thin enough, it'd be great. If it's heavy, it'd be great, you know. So here we go. This is the ultra weft, and it's the 860. So it's Pellon. I probably said that wrong, but it's 860 and it's the ultra weft. See that there? And it is a very, very light interface. It's very see-through, very thin. This is just enough to give my garments some type of stabilizer or structure. I mean, not a whole lot because it's so thin, but it is something. So I did purchase this. So if there's ever a pattern that calls for a very lightweight interface, I'll pull this out. And it is iron-on as well. You can kind of see that iron there. It's an iron-on. Then I don't have any black interface, so I did get the last of what was left of this black interface. Never used it. Never used black interface, that is. And this is another Pellon, and it's number 915, and it's called the Cambric Multi-Purpose. Now, I really wish I had a whole lot more of this because it does say multi-purpose, which means I could probably use this for a lot of different things. But I did get this, and it is also an iron-on as well. And I'm not even sure if there's a yard of this on here. It's probably just under a yard. So again, I can use this. It's lightweight. It's a little bit heavier than the first one I showed you, but it is very light in terms of the weight. And it is a little see-through, but not so much. Black interface. I don't always see black interface a lot when folks are sewing, but I'm happy to have that in my stash, and I will make use of that. And this here, this is, let me see, there's no number on it for Pellon, but it is called a quilting interface, and it's just fleece. So this is just a fleece interfacing, which comes in handy for lots of different crafting projects. Every once in a while, I'll do like a placemat or something that might require some kind of interfacing in the middle. So I will pull this out for that purpose. I did some cozies for my auntie over the holiday, and I think I used some type of fleece interface for that as well. I think I did. I can't remember, but and I do have quite a bit of this. So honestly, I did not even ask her to count. I didn't ask her to count how many yards. I said just whatever's on there, I'll grab it, because honestly, these were probably the best 3 that were left on the shelf. Everything else was like, felt like cardstock. So I was happy to get this. All right, so there you will have it. That is my recent Notion / fabric haul that I did at Hobby Lobby, and some goodies I purchased from Joann Fabric. And I want to thank you for watching my video, and make sure you are liking my videos and subscribing. That way you can get all the notifications and come back to enjoy my content. What are your thoughts on what I purchased here? Any ideas for the fabric, or what are your thoughts on the rulers? Just whatever you want to chat about below, go ahead and do that. And until we come together again, take care. God bless. Just before I close, I want to share an inspirational scripture that comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. And it reads, "For our present troubles are small and won't last very long, yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever." As we close out the first month of 2025, we have dealt with a lot of things in our nation, in our communities, and maybe even in your life personally. However, I think the scripture serves as a reminder that we have to maintain an eternal perspective on our troubles, with an understanding that they are going to come. However, we have to think of these things as light afflictions. They are temporary and they don't last forever. Yes, we'll have tears. Yes, we'll have concerns and questions, but we have to trust and place our hope in the God that we serve, that He is able to bring us to a path of victory. So as we go through our trials and tribulations, let's remember to place our hope and our trust in Christ, knowing that these things come to help build our strength, to help build our prayer lives, and to help build our faith in Him. And most importantly, they demonstrate the power of Christ in our lives. And His power is demonstrated because we're able to live day by day and declare that we are more than conquerors because Christ gives us strength.